What's up, guys? So this video is the Celtic animal zodiac. Now I have to specify animal zodiac here. They do also have one where they assign trees to you, and I will be discussing that one in its own series that I'll be starting later in the year. But this one's pretty easy to go through. The Celtics worked a year on having 13 full moons. The way our calendar year goes, some years have 13 moons, some don't. It's also why there's like a fiacus for the star signs. Occasionally we need to put him in there to realign the stars to the planet. But the Celtics actually considered a full year to be all 13 moons. And so therefore each cycle of a moon has an animal associated with it, and we're going to discuss that today. Now, if you are looking online for this, I've just done some scribblings, because you'll come across one that might say that from January 21 onwards is a cat. You might come across one that says from January 21 onwards is a dragon. Neither of these is technically incorrect, although, as we can see, there's some shuffling going around to realise that we're only really two animals different, basically. So, I'm going with the one that has the cat on it for this, but I will also tell you what the other animal is as I go through. So, let's get into it. So starting with the deer, or the stag, whichever way you want to look at it, December 24, so Christmas Eve, until January 20. And this sign has high ideals and aspirations. If you want to start a new project, get a stag sign to help you. They will not be deterred from their vision. They are thorough, patient, and their persistence ensures their triumphs. When others have long given up, stags buck their way past boundaries. They're proud, and rightfully so. They hold themselves in a regal way. They are naturally noble, like they come from royalty. This is not to say stags feel entitled. Far from it. They believe in righteous hard work, and their integrity is their trademark. You might also want to they've got a link on this particular website, which will be in the description below, that goes on to stag meanings for tattoos, if you are a stag sign. Now, the stag, no matter which way you look at it, is a stag. He will line up perfectly with himself on both variants of the Celtic zodiac. January 21 to February 17, the cat. Obviously, as I mentioned, its other animal is the green dragon. Quick-minded and even quicker wit, the cat of the Celtic years packs a pounce in the realm of intellect. This Celtic animal sign has impeccable reasoning abilities, but moreover they have a knack for seeing the underside of things, a sixth mental sense, if you will. They have unorthodox vision and should be called upon when fresh new perspectives are needed in a project. They also have a kind humanitarian quality that makes them lovable, although sometimes they can appear aloof because they like to be on the fringe, always observing. Nevertheless, they can have the best intentions at heart. Cats are also very creative and need an artistic outlet to express themselves. And again, all of these have a link for symbolic cat meanings for tattoos and stuff. Alright, now we get into the fun stuff. All the other animals. Alright, so number 3 on our list is the snake or adder. On the one with the dragon, this sign is called the Seahorse, which does show up again later on this one. We will get to him. So February 18 to March 17, Celtic animal of the snake has a cool exterior but are infinitely lively. They're curious and always full of questions about how the world works and how the people around them work. Even if they aren't openly asking, you can bet they're figuring out the answers in their own mind. They are natural communicators and can be hugely persuasive. If they are passionate about a cause, they can round up the whole neighbourhood with their zeal and enthusiasm for their purpose. Snakes can be spontaneous and unpredictable too, and although they're pretty flexible, they like things to go their own way and will prove to be uncooperative if pushed into a corner. Next animal is a fox. This one is a hawk, which I can already tell you will be the last animal we discuss on this particular list. Like I said, most of these animals will have some sort of a parallel, and by that I mean they are, for the most part, all on both. There's a few that have similarities. So the fox sign is amazingly cunning and knows how to work a room with sly, sexy humour. Full of guile, vigour and bright intelligence, the fox is an untamable force. This Celtic sign is the one to take with you on exotic vacations, as they will wind your ways into amazing adventures. They have a knack for storytelling and every experience is fodder for their tales. They are tender-hearted, although they don't show that soft side too often because they're too busy playing and cracking jokes. However, they aren't shy about showing their loyalty. If you are the friend of the fox, you have a friend for life. Highly energetic and courageous, the fox has an indomitable spirit. April 15 to May 12 is the bull. Now, he's one that's not directly onto the other one. The other one does, however, have another horned creature in the unicorn. So he's one of the ones that's not quite the same. And he's on that same zodiac. The same dates belong to the sea serpent, which I've sort of matched as being just a snake. And we've already read the snake. Alright, so strong, loving, stable and sure are the watchwords for the bull of the Celtic lunar year. Bulls are the ones you turn to when you need a shoulder to cry on, honest opinions and solid advice, particularly in relationships. These Celtic animal signs have bullseye intuition, I think pun intended there, and can spot a liar from a mile away. Because they're highly intuitive, they can be misunderstood as moody or overly emotional. They also come by stubbornness, honestly. Right, so they're honest about their stubbornness? I don't understand what that means, but anyway. They have excellent taste and have a flair for classy elegance in fashion and home decor. These signs are as trustworthy as the day is long and know how to keep a secret. I never understood that saying. Sure, a full day is 24 hours no matter what season we're in, but actual daylight depends on what season you're in. So 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Alright, now May 13 to June 9 is the Seahorse, which we already know was the opposite for the snake. Celtic animal sign of a seahorse is vastly flexible and resourceful. The seahorse is the person you want managing your finances or handling your legal matters because these people are infinitely clever. If there's a loophole, they've either found it or invented it. They also have amazing memory retention. They are sometimes hard to follow because their minds are so sharp. They can also be changeable, but they always come back around to a high level of charisma. These people are astoundingly versatile and adapt remarkably well in any environment. They are so lovable too. Even better, they love being adored and easily reciprocate affection. Alright, now to one of the ones that does not have a parallel, the Wren, June 10 to July 7. If we were to force one, it would probably be the dragon, based solely on the fact that they both fly. Other than that, there's no other actual birds besides the hawk as I've already mentioned on the other one. The Wren Celtic animal sign is associated with freshness and opening to new insights and sunnier dispositions. They are natural caregivers and will sign sweet melodies. I think that's supposed to be sing sweet melodies to cheer their friends and family. It is written as the word sign. If you don't believe me, as I said, link is in the description, but I promise I'm not lying to you. They remain calm in the midst of stormy weather. You want to have these people with you if you find yourself in a crisis. They are resourceful and stay cool under pressure. Wrens are self-motivated, they know how to get what they want, and they work best in solo situations. They also have a high sense of responsibility and moral integrity. They seek balance in their lives by being leaders at work and in the community, but secretly they would rather be travelling abroad, living the life of a gypsy. This, however, is often against their better judgment. July 8 to August 4, we have the horse. Now, the other zodiac has, technically speaking, 3 horse creatures. We've got the white horse, the unicorn, and then the one opposite the hawk at the end is the black horse. So there's 3 horses on the other one. This one just says horse in general, and it's opposite the unicorn. So one could argue that he is opposite another horse creature, or we could say that the unicorn is supposed to be the horned creature representative of the bull, in which case, ease of access, the white horse was literally the sign before. Anyway, exuberant, expansive, and powerful, the Celtic animal sign of the horse will give you a run for your money. Naturally competitive and rightfully so, the horse has loads of talent and enough confidence to go round, particularly in business matters. They have a sixth sense when it comes to strategy and navigation. These signs have an uncanny internal compass. They are gregarious and openly charming, even flirty. They make grand appearances and know how to carry themselves with style and authority. They do well in leadership positions, but they are just as happy to be the helpers of the clan, as long as they are given adequate recognition for their talents and contributions. Potentially headstrong, they are also valiant in times of adversity. Alright, now the next, what do we got? 1, 2, 3. Basically until we get down to the hawk. The rest are all perfectly opposite themselves, so I can just get in and read these signs. August 5 to 1st of September, the salmon. Salmon signs dive deep in their inner waters for inspiration, bright visions, and dreamy perspective. They are naturally intuitive, but they don't make a big deal out of it. These people have a unique view of the world, which makes them some of the community's best artists, poets, and visionaries. Sometimes they dive way too deep for the rest of us, and some just can't follow where they swim. But that's okay, the fish sign needs that kind of depth, isolation, and introspection, because when they come back up for air, the world is awed by their brilliance and insight. September 2nd to September 29th, so wholly contained within the 1 month, as we knew at least one sign was going to be. The swan, spiritually evolved and eloquent in expressing themselves, the swan swims in a class of their own. They have high standards, infinitely discriminating tastes, and they have a keen eye for beauty, even when others cannot see it. Very refined and noble. Sometimes the swan is mistaken as detached. This, however, is not the case. The swan is a lover and can prove to be quite passionate in relationships. That coolness comes from the swan's understanding of composure. They're natural aristocrats. They can be exacting in details and have specific ideas about how things should be done. If you want someone who is perceptive, organised, and extremely tasteful, get a swan's perspective. My sign, between September 30 and October 27, the butterfly. Irony being that I'm not a social butterfly, but let's get into this. The Celtic animal sign lives up to the adage social butterfly. Flitting from friend to friend in parties and always in contact with loved ones. They're the ones always on the phone or texting. They can't help it. Butterflies are gentle souls who can't be tied down for very long. They love to dream, express new ideas, and talk about highfalutin plans with all their friends. Hoping I pronounced that right, and I'm hoping that's an actual word. These are the people who brighten up any dark day with their cheer and magnetically bright personalities. They are naturally empathetic and would never intentionally harm anyone. Rather, they make easy friends and like to see others uplifted. Butterflies bring a sense of wonder and youth to our world. Keep these people around you to remind you of how truly good life can be. October 28 to November 24. This is also the sign that would contain the Celtic New Year inside it, because it's the sign that's starting sort of just before Salmon, which is their Halloween celebration, basically. Wolves have a strong sense of purpose and will go to great lengths to see their point is made and fully understood. This Celtic animal sign is fearless, brave, and they rarely compromise. These are the heroes you want by your side in the heat of battle. They will not back down and they will take no quarter. Others marvel at their inner fortitude. Where do they find the energy and wherewithal to keep going? They thrive on challenge, that's what gives them their stamina. They have impeccable character and honour is their middle name. They are strong-willed and sometimes live up to the lone wolf label. Nevertheless, you always know where you stand with them and they will unite with you as long as you share their cause. You might also want, again, to read the page on wolf symbols and meanings and stuff. And then the last one, this is the one opposite the black horse. This is the hawk, and his alternative was opposite the fox from like the fourth sign. So seldom do we see more focus in the Celtic animal signs than that of the hawk. When these signs see something they want, they go after it with a force that is remarkable. If, however, they aren't interested in a project, they will fly off to other more interesting prospects. They care deeply for wisdom and often focus on sharing that knowledge with others. They can be very philanthropic and generous. Hawks have a keen sense of balance and they navigate through life with an internal true north that creates an uncanny integrity within them. They are open-minded and philosophical. Although they entertain all manner of hypotheses, they are strongly opinionated. That inner true north thing. That is not to say they cannot be persuaded. It's also interesting that they're a symbol for wisdom, because that then goes into our star signs, where air signs are the ones with wisdom, and it also kind of, Ravenclaw's symbol is an eagle. This is the closest we have to that in this in this zodiac. So it just sort of goes hand in hand. But yeah. Anyway, that was it for this video. Let me know what sign you are down in the description down below. Again, this link is in the description. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.